FightHype, FightHype.com. Sean Patel here with Ferocious, Fernando Vargas Jr. Hey, Fernando, man, your father got inducted into the Nevada Hall of Fame. Just first of all, how you feeling about that today?
Man, bro, I'm stoked. You know, it's a tremendous, award, especially to be, commended by the people. You know, we know the sacrifice that he did because we're his son, so we see, the trainings, missing the birthdays, missing, family functions for him to, reach his goal. And life of fighter is very lonely. So, for fighters, and I see other world champions to be commended, man, it's a beautiful thing. Not only my father, but Andre Ward was also inducted, and many other great champions. So it's a beautiful thing today. I was real emotional. I had to hold my, emotions in, but I know it's definitely it's time due. I know that Nevada had a lot of fights. My dad had a lot of fights here in Nevada, and he put a lot of great shows for the people. So
even though it's his day, his induction, all he wanted to talk about was his sons.
Yeah.
You guys turning pro. What does that mean though when he's like the lineage continues? He's putting everything into you guys. What's that like?
It's humbling, honestly, man. Honestly, if we were to be compared to our father, we're already losing. You know what I'm saying? Just because we already have that respect for him and what he accomplished. He was already an Olympian. He was the youngest junior middleweight champion. I'm 23. I started late. That's why I'm making my debut now. But I've always been athletic. I've always been a competitor. When I played basketball, I always wanted to be the best. When I played football, I wanted to be the best. I always had that competitive nature. But I started taking boxing very serious. I excelled in it just as I did in any other sport. So I know he puts a lot of emphasis in the legacy continues, but the best thing I gotta do is just train hard. The only thing I gotta worry about is getting up, running, training hard, and I know we'll show in the ring.
And it must feel like he's got all the answers too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, if he has the blueprint, right? I mean, if he's won, 3 world titles and was an Olympian, and he still tells me, look, son, there's still things I'm learning to this day. Every day I'm learning new things about the fighting game. That just tells me I got to take a posture as a student and, really listen to what he's talking about because obviously he's done that, so.
And you turned professional this year, it sounds like, right?
Yes, I'm making my professional debut this year. 47.
Almost 7 pounds away from, you almost turned debuted at the same weight as your pops, man.
I know, but I think I'm gonna, I'm gonna campaign at 54. I think 47, I'm gonna, make a couple fights at, probably 10 or so, and then from there we'll be more comfortable at 54.
Do you fight like your dad did?
It's crazy. I'm a southpaw, so our styles are a little bit different. But a lot of people do say, "Hey, I see the footwork like your dad, and I see the ferociousness like your dad. I do see a little bit of similar traits that he did, even facial expressions like your dad." And it's a blessing, man. It really is.
What's your big goals in boxing?
My biggest goals in boxing is to, obviously be a world champion. I love the WBC, organization. I'm not knocking off any other organization, but I think as an amateur and as my generation, we look at the WBC like, man, we want to hold that, around our waist. I know some of my favorite fighters like Roy Jones Jr., Floyd Mayweather, Julio Cesar Chavez Sr., we're WBC champions, so I would love to be a world champion, for the WBC and continue that legacy.
And I heard a lot of great things about you, but also your youngest brother, Emiliano.
Yes.
Is he?
He's an Olympic hopeful, man. You gotta keep your eyes out on him. Look, there's 3 of us. So it goes me, Fernando Vargas Jr., Amado Fernando Vargas, and Emiliano Fernando Vargas. So there's 3 of us. We all have our own fighting style, but we all have a little bit of our father, so there's a lot of throwback in us. My father was a throwback fighter, and I feel that's what boxing needs. I feel boxing needs those exciting fights back again with intelligence, because we're not just going to take punishment just to take punishment. We're boxer punchers, and we want to give fights back to the fans that that you guys want to see.
And lastly, Junior, being that your dad gets inducted today. You were there when, you were probably super young, but you were there when he fought De La Hoya, Cuarte, Trinidad. Can you give us a story or anything? What was it like in his prime, Fernando Vargas on top? What was that like being around your pops?
You know what's crazy, man, is I remember everything, right? Like, I remember the cameras in front of my dad. I remember, my dad getting ready to walk out, and I would just see all the fans. and I would like think in the back of my head, like, all these people are here, like, for my dad. And I just honestly, as a kid, you don't know. I just knew that's what my dad did. But you know, as you grow older, you realize what he really accomplished, and you know, all I could do is just, man, take pride in it, because he worked so hard. He worked so hard. And, you know, he would always be in the gym, and he would always tell us, everything that I did was for you guys. And, you know, I don't have any kids or anything like that, but I have a responsibility to carry that legacy. I have a responsibility for the boxing fans to give fights back again, to bring pride back to boxing, you know.
Right.
So I remember lots of stuff, you know, but now that it's gonna be for me, you know, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Was your dad softer than he looked to everyone else on the outside?
Softer? Oh, bro, he'll still get down, bro. You know?
I mean, in a good way, soft, not
you know.
like,
This is the thing, you know. We had a reality show that came out
That's right.
a few years ago, and it
should have
really,
said sweeter, not soft.
Yeah. It just showed a different side of him. It showed, you know, the Fernando Vargas that, you know, didn't have a father, and you know, is a father for us. You know how he changed for my little sister. I think for all of us, he kind of like showed us like the machismo side, and hey, you gotta be tough. But bro, when he had my sister, it was like he softened up. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? I wanted bedtime stories. Like,
So were y'all like, thank God she was born.
right? Like,
Yeah.
So definitely, you know, it shows a different side to fighters.
He is. I can't lie.
My mom.
I can't lie.
It's just you know, it shows a different side of fighters. Like, yes, they go out that night and they're ferocious, they're fast, they're you know, intelligent. But outside the ring, you know, they go through stuff just like normal people. They go through hurts, they go through failures, and my biggest thing, what I love is I love seeing champions being remembered for what they did, you know. And I feel a lot of more champions should be recognized for their hard efforts in the sport.
100%. And thanks so much, Fernando Jr. Anything else you want to say to boxing fans as we're getting ready to see you become a professional this year?
Yeah, no, I just say just keep your eyes out on us, man. We want to show rather with actions, you know. We could say a lot of stuff, but you know, I know a lot of people are like, well, we don't know, you know, the juniors, and you know, we don't have a good reputation, you know. And I wanna hold honor to the junior legacy and show that, hey, we could be hardworking people. We could, you know, train hard and reach goals just like anybody else, you know. So definitely look out for us. You can follow me on my social media, Fernando Vargas _Jr. And you can follow my younger brother, Amado Fernando Vargas, and my youngest brother, Emiliano Fernando Vargas, on social media.
Thank you, man. Thank you, Fernando.